Hi, and welcome to Get Fit with Gaston. I'm Hunter Blackburn, and today we'd like to welcome Ewanda Thompson, who brought through a special guest. And what are we doing today?
Hey Hunter, thank you for having us.
No
Our
problem.
special guest today is Lisa Clement Bryant.
Hello.
Hello,
A great
Lisa.
friend of mine and a current client, personal training client of mine. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start off by discussing Lisa's personal journey with weight loss and fitness and what stopped her, what continued to have her going on, and maybe we will inspire other people with their weight loss journey. And then we're going to move on to the second part is we're going to do yoga inversion poses and a whole vinyasa flow using what we call feet up, which is an apparatus to help you do yoga.
That sounds great. So you're going to
Yeah.
wear me out today?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're going to wear you out.
All right, well, so where did the story start with you, Lisa? What made you just say, all right, I need to work out and get myself in shape?
So, working out has always been the easy thing for me. When I was in college, I ran track in high school, things like that. But as you get older, you get married, and your priorities change. You sort of put those things on the back burner,
My
right?
life goes a different direction.
Absolutely, went to the couch.
Just to keep it 100.
That's right.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Couch
So.
seems nice to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, a few years back, I had some health challenges as well as a lot of stress from family and work situations, and I said I really needed to do something different. My weight had increased. I think at my highest, I think I was about 225 pounds, which is exceedingly too much for my height.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually said the easiest thing for me to get started would be to exercise. I wasn't ready to give up my food yet. So I decided to get moving. Yeah.
You'd be like that, yeah. I want a chicken sandwich. I don't need a chicken sandwich, but I just want a chicken sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, great. Well, Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
to your point,
Yes.
I wanted to start off with some statistics about what's going on and really speak, Hunter, about why I want to come on here. Because exercise, people think it's just extra things in life, but we're saving lives here, actually.
Right.
And so Lisa and I are older than the majority of the audience, including yourself. So we'll have insight to let you guys know it's not just about pecs and 4-pack and 6-pack. It's about not being on a slew of medications for the rest of your life.
Correct.
So you work all these years to make all this money, and then you can't live your best life because you got a suitcase full of medication. Yes, so to your point, Lisa, with regards of what's going on in America with weight journeys, I brought receipts.
Yes.
So the United States shows that 2 out of 3 people are overweight at this time. 1 out of 3 are obese, and that is according to Harvard School of Public Health. Moving on, according to blackhealthmatters.com, 4 out of 5 African American women are obese. 4 out of 5. So that really hits home for someone like us.
Yes.
The things that attribute that is socioeconomics, stress of life,
Yes.
dietary habits that are passed down generation. And you and I know, I speak about this all the time, we're still eating the same way we did in the past from slavery days when you're working harder, you're working all day, walking everywhere. Now we're not. We're barely moving today, and this is why this is happening to us. So today we're speaking about exercise, but we're also focusing on saving people's life and hopefully inspiring them with your story.
Aw.
So let me tell you guys a little bit about Lisa Clement Bryant. Before I met her, she was not my client, right?
That's correct.
But she was in the same facility where I was, and I would always notice and appreciate her tenacity, her workout ethic, because when you work all day and you work at a hospital or wherever you work, you don't always want to work out. But I would see her and she'd be running, hiking, biking, all to things that you don't see people, especially over 40, doing.
Right.
But I will admit you were heavier at that time. And I was
Absolutely.
impressed that she was running, killing the treadmill. I can't even kill a treadmill because I've had 3 surgeries, Hunter, but I keep it moving, right?
Right.
So what I wanted to bring you here today is talk about that. So I'm gonna start with my first question is what was your aha moment? Meaning I saw you work out all the time, you were fit as a fiddle, but then I saw you like a year later after COVID hit and boom, Aesthetically, you were totally different. What pieced that together for you where you had that aha moment, like this fits with this, and boom, now I got my results?
So as I said, I was really interested in, starting the journey, but I knew that it was going to be difficult. You can't do all the things at one time.
Right.
That's overwhelming. So
meaning food and exercise.
Correct. And that's what a lot of people do. Like New Year's, they decide, oh, I'm going to change everything up. And then by Valentine's Day, back to eating cookies and cakes because it's just too much. So I decided for myself, I wanted to start with what was enjoyable. So for me, that's moving. So I started exercising and things like that. But for my metabolic situation, which is just your body, so your body, your blood pressure, your medication status, for any of that to change, I knew I was going to have to lose weight.
Yes.
And that was, I had to start eating differently. So I personally joined Weight Watchers. And again, some more about my background. I'm a certified diabetes educator. I actually teach people how to eat well.
Yes.
So even if you know, that doesn't necessarily mean you do for yourself. So joining Weight Watchers gave me that extra accountability. Just sitting in a room of people who were doing this, having the same struggles as I was very helpful. And that helped me week after week just to set just small weight loss goals. Sometimes I don't lose weight, sometimes I do lose weight, but it's just sitting in the room with other people who are going through the same thing that's very, very helpful to me. That's what turned it around for me. I mean, I kept being active, but it was not until I was attendant to eating well.
Yes, that you had to put that piece together.
Correct.
So to that point, that's amazing, that's awesome that you shared that. And that's what I like to try to get a lot of my clients and just people in general to understand. You cannot out-exercise a bad diet. And we see it all the time. People overeat, and that's why Monday is the most popular day in the gym because they do all the damage with the drinks and the turning up. And then they come in on Monday and think, I can out-exercise. Well, let me tell you something. That can work maybe to late 20s. And the only reason I say late 20s, now for you and me, it went even further. But the quality of food, I'm not going to digress too much on that. Don't want to get sued by anybody. I'm not going to call out any brands. But the quality of foods is diminishing.
That's correct.
To the extent that we have to now find the organic aisle.
We have to get some specific food that's meant for us.
Yes. When you and I grew up, all the food was just food.
Right.
The animals ate grains, ate the grass, but now it's like if you wanted to not be doped up on some shenanigans, let me go to the organic aisle and let me almost overpay. And most people, back to the socioeconomics, cannot afford, and we got food deserts and things of that nature, but I'll keep it moving because we could talk about this all day long. But next thing I wanted to ask you that I find really, because you have a family, Lisa has 5 kids, so this is what I'm telling y'all, this is hard. I have 0 children except for 2 fur babies, and still it's hard to get in exercise and things of that nature. So we're talking about a woman here who has a full-time job and a big family. How did you go about accommodating your change in diet habits while not having people throw a fit at the house? I know a lot of the kids are gone now, but still.
When I started, there were a few of them that were still at home, quite frankly. And I just told them that this was important. This was about my health. I had to really work with my husband to help him understand this was not about aesthetics.
Right.
And everybody
bikini, family being cute.
Definitely not about bikini, but definitely nothing about that. But I was just really interested in improving my health, which meant I had to carve out time. I always gave all of my time 100% to family, to church, friends, whatever. And I just decided I had to put myself on my own calendar. And what that meant was as soon as I got off from work, then I had to go to the gym. It meant that I only buy things for the family. Everybody had to eat what mom was buying. If you want something special, extra, different, then you can feel free to purchase that, but I'm not going to purchase that. And so that's what we do, and that's how it's maintained even to today.
So is that that's that camaraderie and bringing people on, and that's why you have a lot of women, women in general, and then let's go to women of color, dying at a higher rate, end up leaving their families earlier. A big mama end up dying first because you're trying to accommodate everybody with these traditions that are still killing people, more sugar in the Kool-Aid than Kool-Aid.
Correct.
Exactly. And now she's not there. Instead of saying, like they tell us when we get on the airplane, put your mask on first, which means feed yourself well, then you can be around for your family. Not only, I always say, be a generational curse breaker.
Correct.
Which trying to say, hey, I'm trying to be here for you longer.
Yes.
So can you work with me right
exactly.
now? Right?
Exactly.
And then also the kids will see, or younger people, my mentees or anything, they're looking saying, oh, okay, I can choose differently. It can be tasty. Healthy food is not all just dry. You just have to learn how to do that. So thank you. I have one more question I want to ask you. Well, no, actually two more. What is your recommendation to others who's on this journey with regard to food, and it's new, you're trying to change what did you do? What is a couple things you did?
Well, first thing, you really want to take one thing at a time. You cannot decide to clean everything out of your house and expect that to be successful. You really want to look at things that you are able to change. For example, for me, I knew at the end of the day, I used to reward myself with ice cream. I love it, but then I had to say, well, what is it really ice cream? Is it cold and creamy? And so I figured out for myself that I could change to yogurt. I know that sounds crazy.
No, it doesn't actually.
That, exactly.
And actually it's not crazy.
So I moved away from high calorie, high fat ice cream at night right before I would go to bed. And then I started eating some Greek yogurt and fruit. And it's really satisfied me the same way. It met the same need of sort of a treat at the end of the day, but I switched it out. Exactly.
Yeah, so you went low. And it's the same, to your point, as stepping down from smoking. And you've taught that, I've taught that too. A cessation classes.
It's a step-by-step
process. Maybe you had 2 packs, now you're down. And no, that doesn't sound crazy. That's why I have my clients journal their food the first month, because I can't help you what I don't know what's going on. So I didn't know you at that time, but that is brilliant. That's actually what I do with my clients. I say, okay, so you like chocolate. All right, well, a milk chocolate is not going to get it. Let's break it down. Let's get cacao, and let's get 60 and above, which is less sugar, less fat, and it's a lot of mental. So you're still, like you said, with the yogurt, satiating yourself, saying, ooh, I had something, not feeling deprived. That's the main thing. When you don't feel deprived about something in life, you will continue it. And I want to go back before we just wrap this up, back to you scheduling yourself first. Now, I don't have the family like I shared. I have thing 1, thing 2, my fur babies. I call them thing 1, thing 2. And then I run a whole business and I teach as well. So I'm kind of busy, without the chaps and the hubby.
That's right.
So I'm busy. And what I do, literally, my workouts is on my phone as well. I don't play. It's this time on Monday, I shut my phone off. I don't care what's going on. I'm giving myself an hour. Because let's think about it. Whatever is going on in life and somebody just has to chat with you, again, if you're not taking care of your health, how can you be that best person for anybody in your life?
That's right.
And with regard to dating, if somebody say, hey, I want to take you out on Friday night, no, sorry, bruh, I do this right here. Maybe I can hit you, maybe we can do Saturday. I put me first.
Absolutely.
Because people come and go, situations come and go, and being fit will carry you. That's how I'm a veteran as well. You gotta put fitness first, and then you can be the best, it sounds corny, as you can be in the military. But if you're not gonna go on. So so I think that's about it for the wrap up. Is there anything else you wanted to share? Your best advice for somebody in general?
That was great advice from y'all.
Well, I was going to say, be kind to yourself.
Ooh, come on, be kind. Meaning?
What it means is there are going to be times where you're going to have challenges.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to work out. Your schedule's going to,
not eat perfect.
Not eat perfectly. In fact, I believe in words are very powerful. So I have little mantras all around my desk and, in my car and things like that. And one of my favorite ones that I look at, multiple times a day is don't strive for perfect.
Yeah.
Work for better.
Yes. Don't try to be this perfection. Thank you. That's powerful right there.
Nobody's perfect.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, so that's it. That's what
Yeah,
we're
man.
talking about. That's what we're doing today, Hunter.
Thank
We
you
ready
guys
to
for
roll.
coming out and talking about this. This is important.
Did you enjoy it? Did you learn
Yeah, I
something?
did. Whatever you eat goes to the rest of your body.
Come
so
on.
That's right.
Yeah.
goes straight to your mind.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's right.
All right, yeah. Thank you guys for coming out and giving us great advice. I think it's time for us to actually get fit and get to it. And
Yeah, we're going to get to it.
we ready to
All
work
right.
out?
Yeah, let's do it, Hunter. You
Ready
ready,
to rock?
LCB?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's do these
All right, I'm ready
inversions.
too. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to Get Fit with Gaston. It's your girl Ewanda, and today I'm so excited. I brought an awesome guest, Lisa Clemens Bryant. What's up, Lise?
Hey, how are you?
Are you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
Better known as LCB, that's what I call her as a nickname. So we're excited today because, actually let me tell you a little background, we're gonna get going. Lisa brought this prop in to the studio one day because she was using it. I do a lot of inversion poses, but I use my body, I just use my hand, and all the craziness that comes with being me. But she brought this in and was like, this is what I practice with, and you can take it home on the weekend and see if you like it. And by the time I came back, what was I doing?
She had a whole class.
I created a whole class. I was like, this is what's up. Because a lot of people are intimidated of doing inversion. So inversion just means when your head is down and your legs are up. Why is that important? Well, we're always standing erect.
That's right.
Our blood is always pooling down at our ankles, right? So it's nice to do an inverted pose. You don't have to always be flipped all the way over. You can sometimes just throw your legs up against a wall and get that blood to come down. Try it sometime when you have anxiety, you're upset, and you just need a moment. Throw your legs up against the wall or lay back on your back, legs up. So to that point, Feet Up is the name of Lisa's apparatus. So you can go online at feetup.com.
Right.
Feet Up, send your girl a check. Feetup.com and buy this apparatus. And then mine's is called Restrial Life. All right, same thing, but what I will suggest is every time you use it, check the stability, because I put mines together and I don't quite trust my handyman workmanship. So every time before I use it, I make sure it's tightened, like you would do any fitness equipment that you're about to use, like skates and things of that nature. So what I like about this is if you take yoga, or Yoga Fit is the name of my class, because we're doing it very for fitness, not so much for relaxation.
Right.
All yoga is not the same, okay? Know that. So if you see me, we about to get it in, right? We're doing it for fitnesses. Not to say anything's wrong with the other ones, but some do more namaste, more shavasana, right? More breathing, just to calm you down, which I do take those classes, by the way, because if you can't tell, I'm a little high strung. Just a little. Did you tell?
That's a little.
Absolutely not. She couldn't tell. So anyway, what I like about it is it helps you, and for a lot of guys, and just a lot of people in general, they don't feel like their muscles are lengthened. They feel like they're tight. I'm not going to take yoga, but they are doing yoga for the professional football teams
Correct.
now, for basketball teams, because it prevents a lot of injuries.
Correct.
And it moves your body. It helps with sleeping. It helps with digestion. It helps with migraine headaches.
Yeah.
All the things.
All the things.
Right. So, and at the end, please stay, because we're going to do some inversion and flip ourselves up. But first, we're going to start with the vinyasa. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Which just means the flow. Let's take it to the floor. Let's get started. So you always want to make sure you're warmed up. Now, remember I was speaking about inversion. If you're not ready to do shoulder stand, headstand, handstands, you can start with this. This is a baby inversion pose, which just means my legs are up over my heart. So we're just going to rest and get our mind right, because it's a little warm up in here. So let's do that. This is her favorite.
Yes, it is.
Shavasana.
Shavasana.
Woo. Listen. Let's inhale for 5 counts through your nose. Blow out your mouth for 10. Inhale for 5. Blow out for 10. Go ahead and take a few more, Lisa, while I talk. So the reason you want to start here is because, just because it feels good. How about we start there? And then we just wrapping our mind around that we're about to start our flow and appreciate all the things that our body can do, yes? Inhale for 5. Exhale for 10. Another reason is we were up, we were talking, we were jovial. So you want to get your body back to a steady state. Let your shoulders just melt into the floor. Relax your hands, relax everything. Leave all the to-do list, throw them out your mind. Last breath, inhale for 5 through your nose. 10 out your mouth. And release. So I like to walk back just a little bit with me, Lisa, and we're gonna put our heels or wherever is comfortable for you on the wooden part, maybe your toes